Hello and welcome back to the podcast. We're on episode number 11 and we missed a week.
We did.
Welcome back to the Forgecast. Cleveland, how are you doing today?
I am chilling, my man. How are you?
I'm good. As of you know, obviously I had great news last night that I can't talk about on the podcast. But
Nope.
since our last episode 10 was our Boom Kid podcast, which was a fun episode. That was a good one. And then I had a busy week. Actually, that Wednesday went up. I went home. I drove down south a couple hours, saw my family, hung out, got drunk one night, and called Cleveland.
Yeah, you did. Oh yeah, you did.
Did you record any of it?
I did,
Uh-huh.
but it didn't record any of the audio, and I cried just a little bit because
that'd have been so fucking
because
great.
I answered the phone and
Right.
this man goes, "Hi Cleveland, I'm drunk," and I said, "Hi, yeah," and he goes, "My mom called me the N-word," and I was like, "Oh."
Which, by the way, my mom did not. My mom would never do that. But drunk me thought she did. So we did that. It was my 21st birthday recently, so I drank a lot more than I definitely should have.
Mm-hmm.
And had a good time. Me and Kat had some drinks, and then I got a car for my birthday. Got me a nice little Fiat, little skirt. And that was that. And then we kind of forgot to do the episode. It actually occurred to me like that Thursday. I was like, oh, we missed the podcast.
It was a busy week.
It was a busy week. And then this last week, obviously this episode's going up late this Wednesday. But we've all been busy with work. AB's now back at work. A lot more than he was. And he's at work today. He couldn't make the episode, unfortunately, because he won't get off till really late. Yeah. And but that being said, we're here now. We're happy to be back. I miss you, Cleveland. I feel like we haven't even talked that much recently.
I know. We've both been very busy.
We've all been working so much. But since then, we both now play controller. If everyone didn't know, we played keyboard and mouse. We're now controller.
Got the Xbox
gamers.
Elite 2 here.
Here's my your controller. I'm holding up mine to the face cam. I have a white. I think it's called like a spec. It's by Spectra A. No, Power A. Called. I have the box around here. This is nice. I mean, you got like the buttons on the back. Remap them. Which is funny. This controller only cost me like $30, and I can remap the buttons. But then like the other, like we bought the Cinch controllers, you can't remap. Like no controllers you can remap. Like you have to pay like an extra like $20, $40 to remap them, and I don't understand why that's not like the standard when these $30 controllers have that in them already.
It's true. I got the Series Elite or the Series 2 Elite for like really cheap because I got a really good deal. And with like the Xbox accessories app, you can like set up profile. Yeah, you can remap them. Hopefully you can do that with the Cinch controller.
I didn't even think about that, but I think you should be able to, because I remember on my Xbox I could remap things.
Yeah.
So I think you should. That makes sense. You should be able to. Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully, because I already remapped some buttons, and it's gonna be confusing when I get the new controller.
Well, I would just map it to how your controller is, because you can go check your order and it'll tell you what button is what.
Yeah.
And so that's how I just did this controller. Oh, excuse me. So like I only have 2 buttons on this one, and then my new one will have 4. But like I'm really only gonna use like B to slide and like X to reload. Like those are the ones I'm gonna use most.
Yeah.
So I just have those mapped to the right and left side coincidentally. So when I get my controller, obviously it won't. I shouldn't be too confused because it's not completely switching sides. But this week on the podcast we have 2 segments. We have one called Stop.
It's so dumb. It's so good.
So when you first recorded it, this idea was obviously pitched to us a while ago by our fellow members in Forged. And were you expecting a hacker or like bots like camping in a house?
So we're trying to find the original video because it's somewhere.
I've already deleted it from the drive. I remember seeing it a long time ago, but it's gone now.
Yeah. So the original video, Apple and I were playing like duos, and we just were like, fuck it, we're just gonna last game of the night, we're just gonna spectate the rest of this. And the 2 people that we were spectating were so awful at the game. And one of them was using like the eyeball reticle on the Cold War, and like they were doing that glitch where you can like get inside the loadouts.
Oh yeah.
And the whole time we were like, stop it, get some help. And we recorded the
Yes.
whole thing and we sent it to Blake and we were like, put this in the podcast.
This was though. This was
This
way
was
before the podcast was
like
even. I think this was.
almost a year ago.
Yeah, this is way before the podcast was even actually going to be recorded. So, why it was never.
Yeah. So, commentary in this episode for Stop It, not as good as the original because we hadn't practiced for quite some time. But let me tell you, yeah, no, yeah. Make
It's a good
sure
one.
make
I haven't
sure
even
make sure to
watched it yet.
listen to the end game comms because he was mad. He was mad.
Right. So it is. If you're watching this on YouTube, obviously you'll be able to see the gameplay and you can see faces and talk. And then if you're listening to this on Spotify, which these episodes are on Spotify now,
It's gonna be a weird episode if you're on Spotify, but you know,
but you'll be able to hear them.
you'll be able to hear it.
So that's. I mean, that's. And you don't really need it. You'll be able to hear them and understand what's going on for the most part, at least.
Yeah.
So those. But yeah, we have that segment, and now we're also we have some. That we have submitted from Cleveland, and I sent ourselves one, and we have a Yelp review to read.
There is
So
a Yelp review.
today's episode's gonna be, I mean, just fucking loaded. Obviously, we missed episodes, so we're trying to make up for that one missed episode. But should we just go right? Like, should we start with the TikToks or the Yelp review?
Let's
actually
let's start with the Yelp review.
let's do it. Okay, so
little
Cleveland
little
works at-
prefix.
Go ahead.
So I work. Should I like dox myself on this? Like,
Gonna show up,
yeah, I don't fucking know. Actually, I would be really happy to see people.
right? Okay.
I work at Disney Springs, which is at Disney World and Universal, or not Universal. Wow, cut that. At Orlando, and I work at the Starbucks there. There's two, so you'll have to figure out if you do come there which one I work at. And a lot of my friends from there like to, casual gamers, and it's fun playing some indie games like Faz and Minecraft and stuff like that with them. And good old Zuck has gotten to know some of them pretty well, and he decided to leave a 5-star review for our store on Yelp, and I was confronted by my manager about it today.
So this review. This is, so if you don't know, Zuck lives in South California, so he's not obviously in Florida to be.
I'm in Central Florida, so
yeah, right. So here's our Yelp review here from Matthew S. I've never been here. Oh, he also put 5 stars.
Yes.
I've never been here, but I know everything there is to know about. What the? Hold on, I'm having a stroke.
This is a blind read by Blake, by the way.
Yes, I haven't read this yet.
Yeah.
So we're reacting together. Okay, I've never been here, but I know everything there is to know about 3 employees. Dustin might hands down be the sexiest man I have ever gazed upon, and if you're nice to him, you might hear Carl from Jimmy Neutron in the background. Side note: you should ask Dustin about a woman named Lily, or perhaps about a slightly odd man named Luke that he hangs out with. Next is Debo. That man is a brother for life. That's all you need to know. Also,
really
the
is.
fact that he streams 12 hours of League of Legends every day. Jesus. Is that true? Does he actually?
I don't have Twitch notifications like on my phone because I follow way too many fucking people, so I have no idea.
Okay. Finally is the trend the Stan. Mentioning Ariana Grande or Harry Styles around her could be the last thing you ever do at that Starbucks. Mr. Mouse himself has given his approval for these 3 employees, and so do I. Peace and love, bees. Now if I ever read a Yelp review, I mean, that's the one. Like, that could be the main advertising for Yelp, and that's all they would need to do for the history of Yelp. That was great.
So this morning, when I was at work, I hear in the back, Dustin. I'm like, yeah, it's my manager, and he goes, "You seen Yelp?" I just looked at him and went, yeah.
Just giggles.
And he had a smile on his face, so I knew, like, and he was like, "Do you know this person, or is that a guest?" And I was like, "Oh no, I know this person. They've never been here." Because some people leave reviews that are not so friendly about very specific people.
Right.
I saw one that was like, Andrea on the 6 p.m. shift is a fucking bit. And I'm like, damn.
My man.
I'm like, all right, shit.
That's funny.
Like, which one though? Because we have like 6.
We used to do at my old job. We had a competition every month, and whoever could get the most Google reviews or Yelp reviews that were 5 stars, and our name was mentioned, and like we were complimented in the review, that person would get a bonus, like $100 bonus. And I remember I won it like the first like 4 or 5 months in a row, and they were like, "Hey Blake, you can't win this anymore. You've won the money every month." I'm like, "So what? I'm working the hardest."
You're like, clearly I'm just better than everyone else.
And they're like, "People have stopped trying." I'm like, "That fucking sucks.
Like,
less competition for me."
Yeah, wait.
Yeah, it was but that was the fucking best, just because it was just $100 bill,
Yeah.
magnet, like on a magnet on a whiteboard, and then just like it was just right there, and it said whoever gets the most reviews wins this. And then I remember the first of every month, I would get to go take it down. I won the previous month. I was making bread, fucking job. I think I was making almost the same amount of money I am now, but I was 17 years old in high school with 0 bills but gas. So,
man was chilling.
I was doing well, and now we see no remains of that money. But
felt that
I was able to eat In-N-Out every single day for 2 years. What can you do? But should we go into the TikToks now, or should we throw up stop?
I don't know how you want to do stop because it's a full gameplay.
Right.
So I think that's kind of a post thing. Maybe stop should be like a YouTube exclusive.
All right.
Since you kind of have to watch it.
You've heard it here first. YouTube exclusive if you want. All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
No, I do. Yeah, I didn't know it was a full gameplay. Like I said, I haven't even watched it yet. I told him to record it, and I just assumed it'd be good because the last one was fucking hilarious. It was only like 9 minutes though.
Yeah.
I was like, this will be fine.
Well, see, we did it a little differently because I very much had to go to work very soon, and I had about 20 minutes, and I was like, okay, we're gonna both just spectate a solo and just commentate on the whole thing. So we could do it, different ways.
Okay, so we're not doing stop this episode then. But we do have the TikToks, and I know some of these are great. So here we are. Our first one from can I make these full screen, or do I have to keep them in this resolution?
You have to.
Can I just zoom in?
Are you like on like the little like?
Well, I'm on the web browser of TikTok.
Yeah, if you click on it, it'll go like big screen.
Oh, no, it's telling me to log in. I'm not gonna do that. Okay, let's launch this from at JA3LE jail, I guess.
Thermite.
There's something fucking bouncing Betty. Dude, so me and you, I mean, obviously it's
you should stream your screen in Discord so I can
we're watching the same thing.
We watch it at the same time.
I assumed you had it pulled up too.
Yeah, I do, but I didn't know when you were starting it.
Yeah, that's right. All right, you got it?
Yep.
So obviously it's known your random teammates are always bots. You never get the sweats. You're never gonna get go whoa. And obviously people do, but totally rare. You're most likely gonna find fucking AI that are new to gaming. And but I mean, like this fucking guy in the clip catches the fucking frisbee. But no, when we were playing the shotguns and the snipers on Rebirth, we had like 3 games with demons on our team.
Well, remember that one guy who was like, "What the fuck? He's using a shotgun."
Oh yeah, that was fucking right. He's like, "Did you have shotguns?" Like, it's shotguns and snipers, like the 50-50. No, but like we had one guy, he was like, "Oh, whole team on me," and in the feed you see all 4 of them go down. You're like,
"Oh,
the fuck!" Like he sniped them all.
Yeah,
yeah, it was a fucking demon. So I have gotten a couple like demon teammates. I played a couple different games of randoms recently. I watched Zuck in his stream last night. He had it was a guy and a girl, like me and my girlfriend, playing, and they were having like a romantic conversation. And Matt's like, "Sir, this is Warzone. He's like, can I not hear this fucking conversation right now?" And so that was that. I mean, but I don't know. I just don't understand the matchmaking. Like, is the game like,
It's
oh, you have a 6 KD? You want these guys? They have a .06 KD.
right.
You want those guys? I don't understand. I mean,
It's just
even
like
in
the throw a grenade and he says thermite and throws
he says
bouncing Betty.
thermite. But I mean,
Thermite.
like, can you imagine that teammate was probably like sitting there, and his thought process was like, I don't have a grenade. Like, how do I tell him? How do I tell him I don't have a grenade?
Just throw
That's just
it.
the fucking. Yeah, I mean, I would have done the same shit. I would just like, or like slap a claymore down.
Yep.
I do have a clip of me. It was like late game rebirth, and I swing 2 demons we've been fighting all game, and they immediately crack me. And I was like, I'm fucking dead here. My instinct: go around the corner, slap down 2 claymores, laid in the jail cell, killed them both. I'm like, that's how you do it. I mean, just bigger dick. Like that's all I can say.
One of the guys in the episode of Stop It,
Mm-hmm.
he was camping a staircase,
Ah.
and he kept taking claymores and putting them down and then picking them back up and replacing them in different places, but never leaving them. Like he would put like one above and one below, and then he'd like go up, and so he'd like pick them both up, and then like we were like, stop it,
Stop it. Get some help.
get some
That's
help.
funny. Okay, what's this one? Oh! I just went flying.
Can you imagine?
I'm watching that back.
Shoot!
That's shoots his
I like it.
teammate.
Shoots his teammate.
Yeah.
This is the epitome of casual gamer.
I just went flying. I have seen the glitch where like if you fight people in the pregame, have you seen like their
Yeah.
bodies will like stick to a wall? I've seen that. But I haven't seen that. That's fucking great. I just
I went zooming.
I love ragdolling so
It's
much.
so fun.
Ragdolling's such a great part of it.
I have such bad like ADD when it comes to ragdolling. Like one of my first clips I posted on TikTok when I got my PC. It's just like me sniping a bunch of people late game, and I'm literally just like ADS on a building, and I just see like a precision like ragdoll a body, and I'm like, and I'm like just like tracking it. I'm like,
I
huh.
have.
And then and then I'm like, oh shit, and then I snipe someone. I'm like, wait a minute,
I think it's
gotta.
on I hope it's on my Instagram. It's this really old clip. And basically like I think it was during Modern Warfare still. I'm playing some Surge. I'm on Piccadilly. And I'm running around. No, I don't think I have it up still. Fuck. Doesn't look like it. No, that's definitely not it. This is it. And but basically you just see like in the distance, like across the map, a body just flying in the air. And it was, totally, I wasn't a part of the gunfight. I was just planting the bomb or camping or doing some shit like that. And just to see fucking bio like, oh no, brother, gone. Yeah, I don't have it. I remember at that time I was editing everything on my phone too.
Oof.
So it was tough times. But
Tough looks.
it still didn't come out bad. It wasn't a bad.
We're in better days now.
What's this? Final circles and iron trials are different. Agent Bomber. This guy looks like you know who Stan Man is?
Mhm.
Like him.
Nothing on heartbeat.
Go upstairs.
Upstairs.
He's broke.
2 of them.
Damn it.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh my god! He's just giggling.
They were so stacked on top of each other.
Just in that fucking toilet. That's so fucking funny.
I've
So last night I'm playing right now. I'm playing with Psych and Week and Lunch.
that one got a little bit of a tear in
And-
my eye. I'm not gonna lie, it's so funny.
That's funny. And so we're playing, and like the joke, like, oh, this guy Daddy pushed me, he's crab walking, or like, of course I'm being Daddy pushed. All night was that shit. So, I mean, just different variations. And it was getting to the point I was like, dude, I'm so over getting Daddy pushed. Like, we weren't finding any stopping. I did fight stopping power once last night. Like, we were just getting fucked constantly. And so like and also like the whole thing like there's 10 teams around and none of them
None
are
of them
fighting,
but
and then
then,
you
like,
all die.
Yep.
Like shit like that, but like cranked to like 10,000% was last night. And we're playing and it's me and like Psych alive and Psych's fighting like 7 different teams, and I land on cop next to hangars. And then there's a guy in the building. I pull my fully loaded class with Cali sticks. Another guy's in the building. I get up on the roof. I'm now sitting in a corner like I jumped in on the ladder. I'm sitting there. And the guy comes around the corner. I go to swing. Of course, I don't get lunge. And I only hit him once. Didn't crack him. He kills me. I'm like, what the fuck? Why didn't I get lunge? Why didn't my sticks kill him? Like, I have Cali sticks. I should have free kills. Watch the kill cam. This man Deddy pushed me. Crab walked across the building and loaded stopping power to come and kill me. I'm like, dude, what the...
Just tactical gamer, you know?
I mean, it was like, it was just, oh my god, all night. And then, like, we'd land in Boneyard, I'd go to res, a fucking guy would push me behind and punch me or execute me, and he had dead silence. I mean, it was just all night long.
I called Blake last night. I didn't play Warzone last night. I'm not playing
Yeah.
Warzone until Vanguard comes out, because I don't want to hate my life. I called Blake last night, and he goes, fuck, sorry, yeah, I got daddy pushed.
I probably got daddy pushed.
He goes, I just got daddy pushed. And I was like, that's fair. It's a fair, understandable reaction.
Dude, I'm so tired of the field upgrades in Warzone. Like, get rid of them. Get rid of them.
Honestly.
So, it just, stopping power is just a free kill. Dead silence is a free kill. It just doesn't, just no.
Just
tired of it, man.
keep you on your toes.
But we do have Vanguard coming out in literally 2 days, and I'm hyped for it. I mean,
I'm
I'll
so
work.
excited.
I'll be working
Me too.
that day, and I probably won't be on before because I definitely am not gonna wake up. But because the game will definitely go live tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Like I think it goes live at like 9. So I'll definitely be playing like until like probably 4 or 5 in the morning.
Wow, that really sucks
then-
because I work at like 8 a.m.
But you work mornings now. I
Yeah.
don't work till 12. So, and then oh yeah, you definitely won't be on it then, for long at least. Kill your sleep.
Friday work 2 to 7:30. I'm chilling then.
Oh yeah, you're
I'm
fine.
chilling.
But so I mean, I am hyped for Vanguard because that'll be fun. I mean, I loved the beta.
I'm so
I
excited
got
for
bored
Vanguard.
fast because I maxed out every gun. I do hope they buff the snipers because the snipers are so fucking unusable.
Mhm. I agree.
No, I'm excited for it. It'll be fun. I think it's I
Are
think it'll
we-
be like the best COD in a while.
Yeah. Are we gonna lose our minds? Absolutely.
Yes, no.
Are we gonna pump out hella
Duh.
content? Absolutely.
Also, absolutely.
Are we
Yeah,
both
they're-
gonna get off the game every night and cry to our girlfriends? Absolutely. I already warned Lily. She hasn't seen me at the beginning of a
Mental breakdown.
when a COD comes out. I said, look, I'm gonna be a whole different person for a couple weeks.
So did you tell her like we're not hanging out or what?
I was like, look, I'm gonna be playing the game a lot. And she was like,
Yeah.
okay, I get it.
That's cool.
And I was like,
That's
yeah.
cool. I don't think like I haven't had the conversation with Kat, but I think she knows.
Yeah.
I think she understands.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, and at the same time,
You're like,
it's
don't be
not-
surprised if you try to come up behind me, you might get
Man,
smacked.
I smack a bit. No,
Just-
it's like I'm obviously grinding. I'm gonna grind for leaderboards. I'm gonna like try to get dark matter. If you're a Forged member, we're offering up money. Dark matter first. So or master chem or whatever you want to call it. But I don't plan to absolutely like have like 12 days played within the first month. Like,
yeah, no,
like,
I don't
like, not
either.
like that, not that extreme. But I
just-
do plan to play a lot of it.
I'm gonna play a lot. I'm gonna play for a long time, for
Uh-huh.
very long periods of time,
All right.
and I'll probably give it about a week or two, and I'm gonna want to absolutely end my life.
I think like the first week or two, I'm probably gonna be like, oh, I can't wait to go home and play Vanguard. But I
Mhm.
think that feeling will go away pretty quick because it's
Yeah.
just like the human condition of getting used to something so fast.
I'm
Like, I'll
gonna
get
be at
used to
work,
it.
and I'm gonna be like, I want to go home and play Vanguard. I'm gonna go home and play Vanguard, and be like, I want to go to work.
Man, I wish I was making coffee right now.
I really wish I was at Starbucks right now.
No, I don't. Haven't. I don't know, like I like now that we're playing controller. I'm excited. Like I play Warzone more, and like I'm more excited to play.
Yeah,
I'm enjoying relearning controller.
me too.
But at the same time, I get over the game really fast. 'Cause it's the same shit.
Yeah.
It's the same bullshit.
You know what I
Deady,
find myself
stopping power,
switching back
bots
to
killing me.
controller from being a
Huh.
mouse and key player for so long, relying on aim assist way too much.
I am.
Way
lost.
too much.
I lost an easy 1v2, or I chowed 2 guys basically. And I jump in the window, totally COD time
Oh
them.
yeah, no, I saw it.
And they ran around these bars. No, it wasn't that.
Oh, was it? Okay.
No, it was last night. It wasn't on last. Now that was painful too. That was just a choke. But he ran around the bars, and I felt I had no aim assist. And then instead of killing him in like 3 or 4 OTS bullets, as you should, I used like half the mag, and then I had to close range an EM2, and I lost. And I was like, and I go, no fucking aim assist. And I said that, and I was like, I need to not say that
Yeah.
because I didn't use aim assist for a year.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't be relying on it. So I went back to doing more aim training. But I mean, like, it is kind of a crutch. Like, obviously, being me and you, we feel it's very strong. It's pretty fucking ridiculous at times.
It's very strong, but being like, you know, the most pissed off you get as a key and mouse player is when you see someone get like an absurd amount of aim assist, and you're like, Jesus fuck.
Oh, dude, what was it? Was it before the podcast or whatever? Like last night, like when I was we were playing multiplayer earlier, and I pulled I was using my MP5, sweating, and then they also started putting out AS vals and shooting my body, and so
Yeah.
I pulled out my AS val, and there was one kid. He was on my team the game before, and I have a clip. I was shitting on these kids, like because I hadn't played multiplayer in a while, so I was basically playing bots. And I ended the game. It was like the grind game mode where you pick up the dog tags and deposit it.
Yeah.
And it was on shipment, so you're just gonna run through the deposit areas.
Yeah.
And the game was like a minute long. I dead ass. Like I dropped like 52 kills. I mean, I walked all over this team. And my teammate was like, "Oh, fucking cheaters!" And he starts talking shit. I'm like, "I carried you. You went 16-4. I went 52-6. Like I carried you. We won that game fast because of me." And then that next game, I was playing against him, but he was on keyboard and mouse, and he had like a weird skin on. So every time I'd see him, I would just break his camera, and he ended up leaving the game. And I'm like, if he was on controller, he probably kills me here. He definitely kills me here, or maybe it's a closer gunfight. But I would just slide right into him, and he couldn't counter it. There's just nothing you can do against that. And obviously, I mean, you can like crank your sense on keyboard and mouse.
TikTok that was like you know, like only controller kids can do this, and he like wiped an entire team. And the guy was like, no, because these are very easy kills for any decent key and mouse player. Anyone with decent aim can get these kills just as easy. And it's just, you know, there's like people fucking lining up on a staircase.
Yeah, I've seen shit. I saw one. They were like, "Oh, look at these flicks," and they were on controller, and not a single one was a flick. I was like, "These aren't that impressive.
Yeah.
Nothing like you're maybe transferring, but these aren't flicks. Like a flick is like one side of the screen to the other. That's not a flick. And definitely on a controller, like sometimes it feels like a flick because you'll quickly snap to something.
Yeah.
But there's nothing like when you look at the clip. When you look at the clip back, you're like, "Where's the flick?"
Yeah.
Like you know that was the moment of the flick, but you don't know which one is the flick kill because they're not. They're not flicks. It's not like keyboard and mouse.
I miss flick sniping on my mouse. I'm not gonna lie.
I miss sniping, period, because I can't snipe for fucking shit on keyboard or on controller. I'm so bad at it. Like it's. I don't know
my goal is to get good enough on controller that I can play on it at a high level every day, but also like when I want to be able to play key and mouse and just kind of switch back and forth, kind of like a Teep situation. Obviously not as good as Teep. I'm not saying that I'm anywhere as good as Teep. I will never be as good as Teep, and he's sexy as fuck.
I mean, no, like I'm still gonna play Apex on I play everything else on keyboard and mouse still.
Yeah.
Just COD I'm gonna play on controller because it's a game designed for it, and so I'm just gonna play it on a controller, and that's just how that. Like every other game, like Apex, there's no way that game's for controller. Like that game is so much for keyboard and mouse. It benefits keyboard and mouse. It just all of it is keyboard and mouse basically. Like it's just you have so many advantages. So I'll just obviously stick to keyboard and mouse on that. But I also haven't played Apex in a month. I know a new season just dropped, but just COD. There's no way I can play COD on keyboard and mouse, man. It's such a now that like the movement is progressing in such a way how aggressive it is. It just keyboard and mouse just falls. It just it's left in the dust. What was it? Fuck. I had this thought last night, dude. Can you imagine? Because today is the 7 years of Advanced Warfare.
Yeah.
But I was thinking this last night, dude. Can you imagine like the movement demons today? Like we have, Biffle and Aiden and Joe and all these nerds who are good at movement. Can you imagine them on like Black Ops 3, Infinite Warfare, Advanced Warfare, like where we legitimately had advanced movement?
Aiden can literally b-hop IRL.
Okay, well, I think that's like him jumping and his fat transferring the momentum.
You ever seen that clip?
Yeah, I've seen him bouncing around.
So funny.
Imagine his downstairs neighbors like, what the fuck? Did a shelf fall over? Like, no, sorry, Aiden's hopping. My bad.
Another earthquake? No, just Aiden.
Is that another earthquake?
Did you hear the Cronus situation with him yesterday?
I was just gonna say that. So, if you haven't heard, I was trying to find it on Twitter before this. That's what I was trying to.
So funny.
Basically, obviously, there's a pro Discord with all the Joe and Huskers and Aiden and.
It was for
all
the last Dance of Verdansk or whatever tournament yesterday.
Right. And so there's a tournament, and there's a message from Joe, which is clearly a joke. He said, "Let's be real, guys. Like, clearly we're all using Cronuses or some shit like that." And of course, Bad Boy Beeman responds
with a screenshot of it from Husker's stream, and he's like,
right.
"Joe admits in pro Discord to using a Cronus." And
but what Bad Boy Beeman did in the very original tweet was he cropped it where everyone was laughing and indicating that was a joke, where it just says they're using Cronuses. So he cropped it. It's like, dude.
He also,
why don't you just...
Yeah, and then he also cropped it to where like there wasn't any laughing. It was like, Joe, people are live.
Like, yeah. It's like, dude, I'm so tired. I really like, obviously with this new anti-cheat coming out, I hope it's really, really good, and like just bans so many fucking people. And like,
I hope all the
obviously,
people who get the unlocked.
Just all them get banned.
So funny. It would be so funny.
My favorite thing, like obviously that the sweaty skin, or it's like the bald chick and she's like wearing the black cape. That's like the sweaty skin. But that skin is now becoming the old rose skin, where everyone was wearing rose skin and you never knew if it was a sweat or a bot. That skin is so overused now. Yeah. When I see it, I'm like, I'm gonna shit on this kid. Mm-hmm. And like they want to be sweaty, but like they forget they actually have to shoot back in the shooter. And they're just all movement, and you're just like, pop, you're dead. On to the next. But yeah, I hope the unlock tool kids all get banned. Kids are actually, you're gonna see like TikTok kids start getting banned because obviously they cheat and that's how they make their content. But they can't that content anymore because they were cheating and they got banned, hardware banned. So, but we don't get the anti-cheat for another till December anyways.
Yeah, December 4th.
So a month from tomorrow, but that's okay. At least it's an anti-cheat.
Oh God, I just realized that tomorrow's the start of holiday at Starbucks. Oh fuck.
What is that?
The Christmas drinks.
Oh yeah.
It's terrifying.
Okay, what's this one?
It's also holiday at Disney now. Again, terrifying.
Like Christmas themed?
Yeah.
It's
gonna be hell.
We're in trouble.
Make sure he's one bullet. It's literally bullets.
I'll throw a god thermite and kill him real quick. One of those got him.
On top of here.
Stick me. Stick him.
No!
The pulse
there was a real lack of urgency out of you. Repulse.
Hey, I'm gonna give it a $150. I didn't even know you were that close.
Do you know if YouTube can stream at a higher quality? I feel like Tim, since he switched to YouTube, his face way higher quality.
He's streaming in 4K.
That's what it is. Yeah. Speaking of switching streaming platforms, you see that Facebook is giving 100% of all subs to their streamers. Like they don't take any cut of the subs.
About that.
And now there's a bonus for like each sub or something like that, from like $5 to $20 per sub, with like a max $10,000 bonus per month. I'm gonna switch to fucking Facebook.
It's too bad that unless you're a huge celebrity, you won't get any visibility on Facebook, and none of that will matter, unfortunately. Because I've tried to, like, that Stone Mountain guy. Have you seen his like ads and whatever? I've tried to find his Facebook gaming page, and he's like one of the bigger Facebook gaming people.
Right.
Still haven't been able to find it.
That's a good point.
Bad.
Like I
found his
Facebook?
page. Where are his videos? I don't know. Right. Where are his streams? I don't fucking know.
Like the number one thing I don't like about Facebook and this could go from person to person, but I don't like how the names in chat are like the actual people. It'll be like Angel Garcia and Dustin. What it's like it shows their name. Like I like the weird fucking names. Like that adds that personality to Twitch. Versus like actually seeing a person watching you. It's like so fucking weird.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather just see Pussy Slayer 69 in my chat versus seeing Ed Sheeran. You know, like I don't.
Like Paul Bigsby.
That's so fucking funny. So did you actually know the history of Doctor like being the 2-time?
Yeah.
He's actually won champion like in the 90s.
No, yeah, he's the GOAT. Go gamer.
I didn't know that. I was listening to the H3 podcast, like 3 years old. I didn't know that. I thought it was like the 2-time because he won like 2 Streamy Awards or something. Claiming. I didn't know he won like a fucking Sega Triathlon because it was like you had to win a bunch of different things in different games.
No, yeah.
I didn't know that. So it definitely makes more sense. And then again, like, bro, these championship titles are fucking 30 years old. Like,
did you pull up the Premiere Pro just opened. Interesting. Okay, anyways. Guess it really wants me to edit.
Right.
Did like Dustin, you haven't posted on TikTok in a week? I know. Did you pull up the Symphony and the Metaphor one?
No, I don't have it pulled up. Let me pull it up.
Those ones are funny. You've probably seen the Symphony one before. The Symphony one is fucking hilarious.
Honestly, there's so many people on the list that could win. They're all like super close for the most kills. Tommy off to a hot start, taking out Skullface already. Oh, they're off to a great start here. Tommy's team is in 5th, so they need a good game here to make it into that top 3.
Sim, are you trolling?
No.
Okay.
Did you do the same thing?
No, it's the pregame lobby.
Where's Symphony living now?
I think he's back home in Texas.
I wasn't sure if he was in the 100.
I think he's like going back and forth right now. Because I saw a Courage JD video where he gave Sim his credit card.
I saw the thumbnail for that. I didn't watch the video, but I did see the thumbnail for
the video.
him.
He's a fucking idiot. I love it.
That's great. Speaking of seeing thumbnails, we on the Forge channel are gonna be posting more. We need to be more active. Obviously, with our camo grinds, we're gonna have content for camos, our best tips and tricks on how for you to get camos and just different kinds of content because we need to post more on there. Obviously, we have our podcast up on there. But we'll have more videos up on there with Vanguard coming out. Have all kinds of fresh content to make.
Make sure to have that little bell rung.
Make sure to hit that, that little ding, little bell. And that being said, I think we should wrap it up here.
I think we probably should. We're about 42 minutes in.
I think we should. When listening, we're sorry we missed last week. It's been so busy. But obviously we got this one in for you guys.
Both very drunk most of the time, so it's
But I just turned 21, so it's justified. And that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we have fun content coming out. Thank you for listening to this episode. Listening on Spotify, review if you.
I don't
leave a
listen
review
to podcasts on Spotify all that often. I'll be honest.
That's actually all Spotify for.
Huh.
And we'll see everyone in 12 next
year. Peace.